Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 6th annual Irving Bunton Music Festival. That's worthy of applause. My name is Cassandra Jones, and I'm the chairperson of this event. On behalf of our president, Brandon Brown, who couldn't be with us today, I want you to know that we are absolutely thrilled to see you. It's been a while since we've been gathering in person, so we don't take this opportunity for granted. We've prepared a wonderful concert for you today with some awesome performers, all gathered here to celebrate the legacy of our beloved CMA member, educator, choir director, musician extraordinaire, Irving Bunton. We're committed to providing quality programming here on the south side of Chicago. That is one of the goals of the Chicago Music Association, and we want you to know that we do not take your support for granted. Among our objectives as this organization is to provide performing opportunities and to support African American musicians and composers. Now you know that takes money. So this is a free concert, however, but we hope we can count on you for a donation today. There's an envelope in your program, and feel free to fill it out and give us your name and your email address so that we can stay in touch with you. We want to let you know about our upcoming programming. Also, if you're interested in becoming a member of our organization, we'd love to have you. We have membership information available in the back as well. We are happy to have members of Mr. Bunton's family in our audience today. His beloved wife, Regina. Regina is a CMA member. If there are other members of the family, could you please stand? Okay, thank you. So we are privileged to enjoy residency in this beautiful facility, the South Shore Cultural Center. It is truly a gem here on the South Side. And the person responsible for the operations here is Center Director, Ms. Andrea Adams. So this time, I'd like to invite her to the program, to the podium. And thank you so much for coming out today.
Hello, everyone. How are you today? First, I want you to pretend like it's yesterday and it's 80 degrees. That'll make you feel better. That will certainly warm your heart. But anyway, I do have a couple things I'm going to say before I turn it over, more than what I normally do. But every chance that I get, and I say it every time we have this concert, I grew up under the direction of Irving Bunton. I was in all city chorus And I mean, I love that man. And I worship him. He even convinced a number of us to come to his church and sing in the choir. That's how much many of us loved him. So we followed him wherever he went. So it was crushing to know that he was no longer with us. But I am in awe and awesome that Chicago Music Association is continuing his legacy. That's very important. Now, I want us to keep, of course, Ukraine, but the city of Chicago in your prayers and your thoughts. We need more positive energy like this going on. So thank you very much for showing up. Thank you. Finally, I'm going to do an executive privilege here. Next weekend, on my way to California to see my daughter, who's in a production of The Music Man. Many of you, some of you know her anyway. She grew up in church choirs. Bobby Bunton knows her. And she was at Whitney Young, and so that's her passion and her love. Who moves to California for any other reason? But that's true. But she called me this morning, so last weekend was the opening. I didn't go opening, I wanted to do the closing. And she asked me, was I sitting down? And I'm like, yeah, why? What's going on? So the producer and the star of the show had a massive heart attack and died. So I just want a moment of silence, not just for the Music Man, but for our city and for our Ukraine and all those things going on in this world that are way out of our control. So if we could just be silent for a moment. Thank you. And finally, this is like old home week for me. So many people are here that I haven't seen in a while. Certainly, I already mentioned Bobby Wooten, Dr. Barbara Wright Pryor, and Dr. Ozzie Smith. I mean, it's so many folks I don't see that often, so I am just tickled pink to be able to introduce you to South Shore Cultural Center. So on behalf of our superintendent, General Superintendent Rosa, and for the area manager, Demetra Seaton, we all welcome you to the Chicago Park District South Shore Cultural Center. Thank you.
Hello again. We are happy to have as our MC this afternoon someone who knows Irving Bunton very well. His daughter, Nzinga Noma. Nzinga is owner and founder of AfroWare Books, a premier African-centered bookstore, gift shop, and cultural event center located in Maywood, Illinois, since 1993. She received her bachelor's degree from the University of Illinois in electrical engineering and a master's degree from Georgia Institute of Technology, teaching a mathematical and technological literacy class, and was also employed as a system engineer with AT&T for over 10 years. Given her lineage, it's not surprising that Nzinga is an accomplished classical pianist. She studied 15 years of piano, attended Interlochen National Music Camp, and played French horn for 2 years in Kenwood High School's band. In networking and, in her bookstore, it was born out of her love of African American culture and her passion for networking and presenting cultural artists. She was kind enough to bring some bookmarks, and I encourage you to take one on your way out. So ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Ms. Nzinga Noma.
Oh my goodness, I am over the moon happy to be here. It is an honor and a privilege just to look out at you, knowing that there's some connection with our beloved Father. This is such a bittersweet event because, in part, We're still mourning, of course, his passing in 2015, and that part is so painful. However, this festival brings up the best of memories, and that combination gives us a healing like no other. Talking to his previous students, seeing the gleam in their eye, still, after all these years, it's so comforting and so heartwarming. As my auntie tells the story of, she's 84 years old, and she tells the story of my father, just before I was born, bursting on the scene and causing a volcanic eruption in sound with Inglewood High School. Of course, he went to Inglewood High School, and then when he graduated, got some degrees, and came back and worked at his alma mater. And it is there where he started to cause this commotion. Because at the Illinois High School Association state competition, at that time, early 1960s, there was no Chicago public school that ever left even a lasting impression at that competition. And as my auntie tells the story, as the young people walking up to the stage, as Inglewood High School students, the choir was walking up to the stage, the audience was even laughing because they were just like, yeah, right, you know, here they are again. But she said after that performance, their jaws were just dropped. They had never witnessed anything like that before. And you all know about all this, but you know, sometimes as the children, we find out little morsels like this so many years later, and it just makes the memories even sweeter. And you didn't even know that that could happen, but you fall even more in love, you know, with your loved one. So, okay, so then I'm gonna get off my little soapbox. You all know I have a dressing room in the back. I feel so special, so special. So, okay, so I want to do a few housekeeping details before we start. We live in the technological age, so make sure your phones are either off or on vibrate, right? You want to make sure that there's no disruptions of the beautiful music that is about to ensue. Also, if you have to use the restroom, make sure to leave quietly, right? You can just excuse yourself at any time. The ladies' restroom is going to be on your left, closest to the door, and the men's is further down, also on the left. Also, regarding COVID and the musical chairs mask mandates. So, you know, this is a state building and we're not able to make you wear your mask. But we can shame you. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. I like to tell jokes. I tell jokes sometimes. This is not a reflection. Okay, so if I err, please charge it to me and not to the esteemed organization and a Negro Association of Negro Musicians, the Association of Negro Musicians, Chicago branch. Please do not associate my comments. They are only my own. I'm definitely trying to do my best, but I may err, so please forgive me. So regarding COVID, so as you see, we have a wide age range present, and we want everyone to remain, right, as long as possible. So, if you didn't remember to bring your mask, there are some available, okay? So if you just check with the Members at the table, you will be provided with a mask should you want one. The organization has taken some precautions because, as you know, things were kind of shifting around, so the distance that the audience is from the choir has been measured, right? My podium is in a certain location, so we are trying to do our best during these changing times. Okay, so now I'm about to start. I can tell there's such a wonderful energy that happens before these events. I will always remember that. People rushing around, you know, some people nervous, some people, they can't even speak, they're so excited about it. There's just a certain happiness and elation in the environment prior to the hearing of the performers, so I will introduce them now. In general, I am going to do a brief intro to each performer. However, each of them has earned bragging rights, so I would like them to feel free to share more, to supplement what I have said or what I may have left off, okay? So they might come and just, you know, really stretch out, and that's what we want them to do. We have 5 performers today, and we will not have an intermission. However, after the 3rd performance, I'm going to do like a little temperature check to see how everybody's doing, right? You might want to stretch your legs at that point, but it is not a formal intermission. How's everybody doing right now? Okay, beautiful. Can I just see a show of hands of the Irving Bunton's former students? See, look at that. Oh gosh, thank you. Yes. Yes. We love you all so much. So our first performer is actually going to be streamed, right? It's a special video production. And he, Dr. Barrington Coleman, is a former All-City High School chorus member. He's a professor of vocal studies, oral skills, humanities, performing vocal artist, pianist, and choral conductor. Wow. He also, make sure I'm reading as much as possible, performs as a jazz pianist, has a jazz trio, and is the conductor of the Varsity Men's Glee Club. So would you please put your hands together for Dr. Barrington Coleman's video.
The many friends, community of artists, newcomers to the Chicago Music Association and National Association of Negro Musicians. It gives me the greatest pleasure to share the following musical selections as we honor the legacy of Irving Bunton in the 6th Annual Bunton Music Festival. Although I am not available to share a live performance experience, I'm grateful to be with each of you in spirit as I commemorate the endless contributions and influence of Professor Bunton in my life's ambitions and pursuit of excellence. Irving exemplified these standards throughout all aspects of his influence as an educator, performing artist, and most admirably, as a human being. Through the sacrifices and selfless model of integrity, Irving and Regina set a wonderful standard for all that remains life-giving, encouraging, and inspirational for those of us who must continue to charter new paths for better tomorrows. In honor of Irving's example and tribute to the work of the Chicago Music Association, I offer Ride On King Jesus from John Carter's Cantata of Spirituals. Midway, a composition by prolific African-American composer Adolphus Hailstork on a poetic setting by Naomi Long Madgett. Litany by John Musto on the text of Langston Hughes. Keep Your Hand on the Plow, arranged by Alice Parker for solo voice with the University of Illinois Varsity Men's Glee Club. And a closing selection, Andre Crouch, Thank You, Lord, featuring myself, along with my son, Crofton Coleman.
Ride on, King Jesus, no man can hinder me. Ride on, King Jesus, ride on, no man can hinder me. He is King of kings, He is Lord of lords. Jesus Christ, first and last, no man works like Him. Now Jesus rides on the white horse, no man works like Him. The river of Jordan He did cross, no man works like Him. Ride on, King Jesus, no man can hinder me. Ride on, King Jesus, no man can hinder me. Ride on, King Jesus, ride on, ride on, ride. No man, no man, no man, no man, no man, no man, no man can hinder me.
I've come this far to freedom, and I won't turn back. I'm climbing to the highway from my old dirt track. I'm coming back. I've sung my song, you led me, and you have stopped me, but I still grow strong. You've laughed me, and you've treated me, and you do everything but free me. One time you know you need me, and it won't be long. I've seen the day is breaking high above the bow.
in the arms of your pity, the sick, the depraved, the desperate, the tired, or the scum of our weary city, gather up in the arms of your pity. Gather up in the arms of your love, those who expect no
just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. You've been so good. You've been so good. You've been so good. I just want to thank you, Lord. You've made a way, Jesus. You've made a way, Lord. Father, yes, you've made a way, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. You've saved my soul. You've made me whole. You're in control. Oh, I just want to thank you, Lord. I came to thank you. I just want to thank you, Lord.
That was fabulous. Can you give them another round of applause? The harmonies, exquisite. And believe me, my father would have noticed if anyone was out of tune. Okay, so I'm going to introduce the next two at this time, and we have an update to the program. Unfortunately, Miss Cicely Perry of the House Choir of Westinghouse College Prep was unable to make it, so there is a student director named Shania Hill. You can see- You may start loading, and I'm going to say a few words about this wonderful group of young people. This group consists of junior and senior students, and they've worked tirelessly and diligently throughout this year to enhance their own vocal capabilities and unify their talents. These singers will demonstrate their school's motto, which is in the letters EPICK: excellence, perseverance, integrity, curiosity, and kindness. And right after this group, we're going to hear from Reverend Dr. Ozzie E. Smith, Jr. He's the pastor emeritus of Covenant United Church, United Church of Christ in South Holland, and he has not one, not two, not three, but 4 degrees. One in Bachelor of Arts, Master of Education in Music, Master of Divinity, and Doctor of Ministry. I'm going to let him stretch out any way he wants to when he comes up, and we will now hear from College Park.
Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I'm Carmel, one of the seniors in our advanced choir, intermediate choir at Weston House, and we want to just say we're extremely grateful to be here, and we're deeply sad that Miss Perry could not be here. In case someone is recording, we love you, Miss Perry, like we truly do love you. We would not be here for you without you, so we thank her for her hard work, and she truly does deserve this, and so we do this in honor of Miss Perry.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? The child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has warm layers and when you kissed your little baby? When you kissed him, you have kissed the face of God. The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nation? Did you know that your baby boy is head of Father's perfect lamb? And the sleeping child you're holding, this child is the great I am. Mary, did you know come by here, 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 come by here. Yes, kumbaya, kumbaya, oh come by here. 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 Come by here, come by here, come by here, come by here. Lord, come by here.
I have two accompanants this evening, and we're starting with Theodis Rogers, who accompanied the first two. We made a substitution for the second number, Great Is Our Faithfulness, changed it to Shadow of Your Smile. Dedicated to a friend, a great friend of mine, artist friend, his birthday, Carolyn Day.
Thank you.
when I agreed to be the MC, I forgot some of the music would just take you out. Woo. Give them another round of applause. Oh my goodness. If I can handle the whole program with all this good music. So we're at that moment where you might want to stretch your legs a little bit while they get on stage, while the next group gets on stage. I have a tiny bit of a little more time, I've been told, so I don't have to marathon break through it quickly. I also want to acknowledge the National Association of Negro Musicians' work since 1919. Yes, give them a round. Yes. You know, this is high quality talent, and no one asking to be paid you know, this is worthy work that is being done, and so this is my little extra plug. If you haven't donated already, there are always willing to accept your generous donations. So I know you're all ready, but I have one more thing to say. I know you're all ready. I see that my mother has also gotten on stage, and I just want to acknowledge her presence. Love you, and while you see me here as one person, I definitely stand on the shoulders of our ancestors and the 5 children between this queen and Irving Bunton, starting with Irving Jr., who is streaming from home with his lovely fiancée, Adrian, David William, who is in New Jersey, me, of course, Nzinga, formerly known as Jill Patrice, younger brother Paul, Leonard, and Joy Elise. So I just wanted to make sure that I don't get in trouble, okay, after this program, because I didn't mention their names. But I'm representing all of them, and we thank you again for coming today.
Thank you, Nzinga. First of all, I just want to say what an honor it is to be here to represent on this program. And trust me, Nzinga, I was about to just give your mother all the props here. So I'm going to give her double props. We are honored that Regina Bunton is a part of the Chatham Choral Ensemble. We are honored to be artists in residence at the University Church, where Mr. Bunton was the director for many years. I see several of our members, University Church members, raise their hands in full solidarity and support. I want to do a double shout out to my brother, Gio Cooper, just taught the piano on the whole. We among other people, of course, were in our city, but we were in the same tenor section together many years ago in 1972-73. This is kind of a full circle moment for me today, because this very Sunday, 45 years ago, I gave my senior recital at Bunton College, and I conducted my last time with the chamber singers, and we sang Daniel, Servant of the Lord, that Mr. Bunton had taught me. So I just feel very much a sense of joy today. I have horned myself in as a sibling to the Buntons here, and so I consider myself an honorary member of the family. Mrs. Bunton is a wonderful person. I call her my music mom, church mom, and her talent is phenomenal. And we celebrate your family and Mr. Bunton today. See, I'm getting older too. So I got to introduce my soloists. My solo trio will be Janine Howard, soprano, Jeffrey Burrish, tenor, Mark Miller, baritone, and for City Called Heaven will be Monica Perdue. And those of you in CMA know very much about Josephine Polentz, who is the composer of that piece, but I want to point out her association with Mr. Bunton, as she was the founding director of the All-City Elementary Youth Chorus, because I see one of her colleagues here, right here in front of the center, Mr. Barry Elmore. So we give honor to her, and I know that if she were here, she would say these same things. Sorry,
And mild of the azure sky, a countless host of radiant orbs adores, and the sons of God announce it the fourth day in songs divine, proclaiming thus His power. The heavens are telling the glory of God. The wonder of His word, His ways of firmament. The wonder of His word, His ways of firmament. Today that is come, it speaks at the day. The night that is gone, to following night. The night that is gone, to follow the heavens are telling the glory of God. The wonder of His word, His ways of firmament. The wonder of His word, His ways of firmament. In all the lands resounds His word, never understood, in all the lands resounds His word, never understood, His ways of firmament. The wonder of His word displays the firmament, His ways of firmament. His ways There's a great camp meeting.
There's a great camp meeting. A great camp meeting in the promised land.
Oh, walk on, my children, don't you get weary. Walk on, my children, don't you get weary. Just a walk on, my children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Walk on, my children, don't you get weary. Walk on, my children, don't you get weary. Just a walk on, my children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Walk on, and never tire. Walk 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 and never tire. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Walk on, children, don't you get weary. Walk on, my children, don't you get weary. Just a walk on, children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Sing on, sing, sing and never tire. 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 There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Walk on, children, don't you get weary. Walk on, children, don't you get weary. Just a walk on, children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Shout, shout, shout and never tire. 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 There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Walk on, children, don't you get weary. Sing on, my children, don't you get weary. Just a shout on, children, don't you get weary. There's a great, there's a great, there's a great camp meeting in the
God gave her a big voice. She had to be too near the mic. I said, just stand back. God gave her option.
God,
some things leave you without words. Please don't fire me, Chicago Music Association. I did not properly introduce Chatham Choral Ensemble. Charles Hayes founded the group in 1991. And Charles Hayes also, we've adopted him as our extra brother of the family. Now we're going to hear from our final performers, the Bunton Choral Ensemble. They are the oldest community choir in the country. Yeah. Their mission is to preserve spirituals, anthems, and the hymns of the church. Let us listen to this wonderful group.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Jr. And we are so honored to be here with you this afternoon. You know, it's been a long time since the pandemic hit. This is actually the first outside engagement that we've taken the choir. And when you're about to celebrate 74 years of age, you know you have to look out for something. Now, we're going to, first I want to say I too was a member of Chicago All City. And my memories of Irving Bunton go way back, and he and my dad were good friends. And so it's just a joy to be here to celebrate his legacy. And as we celebrate, I thought it'd be nice, there's a composer, Marvin Curtis, who's a part of this chapter, certainly for years. And we're going to sing a song of celebration, followed by Even Me, and my mentor, Roland Carter's In Bright Mansions. And my dad's arrangement of Beams of Heaven. Thank you.
Shout of thirsty soul. some drops now fall.
to give my final thank yous to everyone who worked tirelessly to put this program together. I just want to bring on Constance Collins, our financial secretary. She has just a brief announcement.
Hello to everyone. How fortunate we all are to be able to hear outstanding music sponsored by Chicago Music Association all year long here at the South Shore Cultural Center. While we ask for donations, the costs of our programs exceed the donations which we receive. Therefore, we will be holding our one and only fundraiser, Allegro by the Lake, an afternoon of jazz, soul, and gospel on Sunday, July 24th from 4 to 6 p.m., featuring jazz vocalist Tammy McCann, female saxophonist, vocalist, and composer Ernie Shelby, who is also known as Lady Sax, world-class pianist and composer Geo Cooper, and last but not least, that is Toots, vibraphone musician and composer. Won't you be here on July 24th from 4 to 6 and invite your friends to help us with our one and only fundraiser for the year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Connie. Now, there are a few other people I need to thank. And first of all, I want to thank you for being such a wonderful audience, for coming out and braving the rain. We appreciate it. We really do appreciate you. But let's give a round of applause to all of our performers. There's the Coleman, Reverend Ozzie Smith, who I am proud to call my pastor emeritus, and the wonderful children, the house choir of Westinghouse High School. They were wonderful. The Chatham Choral Ensemble and the Woodland Choral Ensemble. All of you, thank you so very much. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our MC, Ms. Nzinga Nomo. And I want to thank my committee who worked tirelessly on this program for months. They were just awesome. Would they stand, please? Ms. Regina Bunton, Ms. Lois Moore, Mr. Barry Elmore, and Mr. Arthur Griffin. They were just awesome. I thank you very much. And for the officers, all of these officers and members of CMA, please stand. So much. We appreciate it. I want to thank you again for being such a wonderful audience, and we will see you in July. Have a good evening.